Well, I'm Roger Tillis. I'm on the New York State Board of Regents and the founder of the Long Island Arts Alliance. And I've had so many mentors in my life. I have been the luckiest person that you ever want to meet because people have been so nice to me. And I'm from political mentors that I've been at, because I was very involved in politics. I had some wonderful people like Senator Carl Levin, Senator Phil Hart, who I worked with very closely. But in the one person that really made it a huge difference, not only to me, but to the Long Island community, strangely enough, was my third grade music teacher. Third grade music teacher, Dr. Pinter, who used to come into our school, and my brother and sister had the same experience, and he would say, "Hello, boys and girls." And we'd say, "Hello, Dr. Pinter. How are you? We are fine." I didn't realize then that he was teaching us chords, which was interesting. I didn't come from a musical family, particularly. We were not non-musical. We'd go to a Broadway show or whatever. And in my community, we had fantastic artists come, but I didn't know who they were. You know, people like Joan Sutherland and Arthur Rubinstein and Richard Tucker were performing in our high school auditorium, you know. So it just exposure to them had something. But when I moved to high school, this third grade teacher was now the director of music in my high school, Great Neck North High School, and my sister and brother also. So I took courses with him in introduction to music. I got very involved with the Glee Club. I started a barbershop quartet with him, with his encouragement. And in no small way, 30 years later, when my father talked to the family and said, "Well, I want to give back to Long Island. What kinds of things should we do?" I think all of the kids said something in performing arts. And I think in no small way was this Dr. Pinter responsible for there being a Tillis Center. So thank you, Dr. Pinter. I'll add a little bit to that story. I used that in a commencement speech that I gave 13, 14 years ago at several universities, because I've been lucky to get honorary doctorates. But I was talking to the first one at Long Island University here at Post, and I gave the same scenario as I just mentioned. And the superintendent of schools of Great Neck happened to have his daughter was graduating that day and heard what I was saying, went back and checked the pension records for Great Neck and found Dr. Pinter. He was still alive, and he lived in Maine off an island. He was in his mid-80s at that point. And he said, "Do you mind if I send your speech to Dr. Pinter?" I said, "No, it would be wonderful." He did, and I got a call from Dr. Pinter, and he welcomed my family and me up to his island in Maine. And so he actually got to know how he influenced people, where 99% of teachers who really do terrific things and mentors who do terrific things really never get to see the fruits of their labor. And in this case, it was so gratifying to see Dr. Pinter really appreciate what he had wrought, and it was exciting.
So you got to thank your mentor.
I did, right to his face.